Hi guys, welcome back to another podcast. My name is Hasib Ahmed. I am studying a foundation year in social sciences.
Okay. My name is Victoria Babatunde and I'm studying Masters in Human Resources Management.
My name is Omotola Yusuf and I'm studying International Relations and Security Studies.
I'm Fatima and I study psychology with counselling.
My name's Saheba and I also do psychology with counselling.
Hi, I'm Mahnoor Sia. I'm studying Project Planning and Management Masters.
So today's podcast we are talking about, let's just say, like international students, and we're gonna just sort of start. So just a quick question to you, international students: why did you choose Bradford University?
Shall I go first? Okay, so I'm from Nigeria and Yoruba. So I decided to go with Bradford. I think I had about 6 admissions in the UK, and I had to consider what my options were, what the tuitions were going to be like, and if it was going to be easy to pay up my fees, because that's very, very much important. So I decided to go with Bradford. I liked their rate on inclusivity, and their parents and international students are very welcoming. It's a cultural city. The school is very, very inclusive. And the payment plan was very fair as well. I had the opportunity of installment, and I also had a £5,000 discount on my tuition. So it was a go for me.
Well, for me, I picked Bradford because trying to change field from languages to politics, something in the line of politics, I was looking for a school that has a really good ranking for peace studies and international development, and then I found Bradford. That was the first thing, and then I checked the modules. I found out that they had things that were related to politics, they were related to gender, they were related to Africa, so you can actually focus on any of those areas. So for me, that was the first thing. And then, like she said, the tuition fee, I had to consider that because I was given admission in like 2 or 3 other schools in the UK. So the fee is really good, and then the payment plan is kind of convenient because you can then pay, then wait a bit, and then pay. It's not too, the pressure won't be too much,
Yeah.
especially for we that are from Nigeria, considering the economic situation of Nigeria. And then 3, the environment. Housing is very cheap. It's very cheap to get a place. It's very easy to get a place, and then there are many international students like me here, so it's also easy to make friends
Yeah.
and have a community of people. So that's basically it.
So for me, it was because I liked the degree. I was really interested in it. Plus, I had my family nearby, so just didn't want to go far away from family because you get homesick and everything. So it's better to stay close and nearby your family.
You guys have any questions for international students?
Was it your first choice, or did you have any other options, or was Bradford the only one?
It wasn't my first choice, and I would like to click pause.
Oh my!
I saw it going, and I was like, and I would like to click pause.
So continuing.
Question.
So yeah, I wanted to ask, was Bradford your first pick, or was there any other options in mind?
I wouldn't say it's my first pick. It wasn't at all. The option came later when I was already making up my mind to move, and every options that were available for me just clicked. And my course also comes with a professional accreditation, so just made it easy for me instead of paying for the degree, then after a year go sit for the exams again. So it wasn't the first choice, but it ended up being my best choice.
So just added on to that, with you guys, so let's say when you moved from Nigeria to the UK to do your masters,
Yeah.
so what did your family support you in the sense that they say yes, go, or was there a bit of you having to persuade them?
Yeah.
So what was it like trying to persuade your
Well,
family?
I had to persuade them about the UK not persuade them about the studies,
Mhm.
because I come from a line of people that like to go to school. So it's a thing for us. You finish school, you work for a while, then go for your masters. But then I had to convince them about the UK because they weren't really sure, especially with the immigration conditions and everything. But I had to be the one to convince them about the UK because I prefer, because compared to other Western countries, it's closer to the West Africa for me. So I don't want to go to a place where I have to be on a flight of 18 hours before I get home. So the fact that it's a 7-hour flight from my country, it's convenient for me. So I had to choose that.
What about you? With
Yeah,
your family situation?
For me, they wanted me to do masters, right? But Canada was actually I wanted to go to Canada. I wanted to do my masters in Canada. But then they wanted me to go to Canada. But then I started checking schools and courses, and then I saw Bradford. And then I was trying to convince them that, oh, I think I should try the UK. I think I should try Bradford. Bradford is a really good school. And then they weren't really interested. I applied on my own. I did all of it. I didn't tell anyone. And then the day I got the admission, I then told my dad that, oh, Bradford has actually given me admission. And then he said, okay, let's start. Maybe you should then go to Bradford,
So are you living here alone or you with your family?
No, I'm living here alone.
So what about you? Did you have to persuade your family?
No, it was my family persuading me to go. Actually, it was the other way around. Because, leaving your parents behind since my father passed away. So it was just my mum and my siblings, and it was kind of hard for me to leave my mum behind. But since it was my dad's wish for me to study abroad, so I had to pursue it and do it, no matter what. So then I did it. I came here.
You're
And
welcome.
I had all support, all support from my family.
So you guys enjoying studying in the UK?
Yes,
So
really.
far, so good. It's been
It's
fine.
much of a journey, like an adventurous journey.
So how long have
discovering
you guys
everything
been
new.
here then?
Sorry?
How long have you guys been in the UK?
It's been it's going to be an year.
By you guys? A year?
9 months.
Almost
Yeah, almost a year.
September last year.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any questions for us?
Yeah.
What do you think about international students in Bradford?
To be honest, I know a lot of international students that are actually here at the uni, and they're like some of the nicest people that you will ever meet.
Yeah.
Like a lot of my friends are international students, and they're literally some of the nicest people. Like you can have a really good conversation with them, and then once you speak to them about, let's say, the troubles that they've been through, the hardship of actually moving away from family, you kind of feel sorry for them, but you kind of feel happy for them at the same time. That
Yeah,
they're actually
it's a mixed
studying here.
feeling.
Yeah, because we're achieving a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's like it's really difficult to actually like get a visa. You have to pay for the visa, then you have to pay for your studies.
Oh, mind if there are so many fees
So
and
many
hidden
studies.
charges and everything. Oh,
and,
God.
yeah, there's like must be a lot because it's not easy to study here.
When you don't have
But
your
I
house help, you don't have your support from your family.
Oh,
in that
yeah.
kind of a way.
that's the
It's
big
difficult.
difference, because I'm coming from an atmosphere where I used to be like a head of a department. I have my office to myself. I have my car to myself. My house is a stone throw from my office, and I used to live the life. My dad pays for everything. Then I'm moving here. I actually moved with my husband, and you literally have to start from scratch again. Then go to the bus station, pick a bus, pick a train, walk a short distance. The Google map tells you
Google
turn
map.
left, turn right. so it comes with a challenge. You're excited about the move, but the cultural shock is amazing. You think because you're coming from a country that speaks English to another country that speaks English, but there are different forms of English. A lot. You have to do a lot of listening, you have to be patient. And, what are you trying to say?
To be honest,
yeah.
I can
Oh, that's
relate
what
there's
to
so
you're
many
trying to say.
combination of
Because
accents.
I
The
had a
accent
professor
clash
and-
is crazy.
And I was used to some other kind of an accent and
Yeah.
the way they speak. And then I had a teacher, like a professor who was from Nigeria. And the way he spoke, I had to, get a bigger earphone to listen and understand what he's talking about. Because in the first few sessions I had with him, I was like, okay, he's talking about something, but what he's talking about, I'm not getting that. I had to go through the books, like the textbooks and PDFs, to understand what he's talking about.
Wow.
And then I started, actually preparing myself beforehand to come to his session. And yeah.
So before, did
that's
you
the
guys
hustle.
think like it would just be like the same English?
Other than those teachers, the ones I'm telling about,
Yeah.
other than that, it's perfect. I can get that. I can understand it easily. But with some, they have a different accent.
Yeah, it's
And
the
we
accents.
have a different accent, and pure British people, they have a different accent. But somehow you can understand them.
Yeah.
But somehow I can't understand their accent. It's difficult. But now I've gotten a hold of it, like a strong hold of it. So it's okay.
Yeah, there's a very big difference between imagining it in your head and actually experiencing it. So in your mind, you're like, yeah, I'm very fluent in English. All I have to do is listen. But then you realize when you meet, especially like home students from West Yorkshire, their accent is different than when you go to North Yorkshire. So you begin to realize even the region has different accents. So even when you go to work, you have to pay more attention. So at the end of the day, you are doing a listening game. Oh yeah. That's what it ends up being. But it's cool, it's an adventure, and it's exciting.
Well, I think it's a learning process. We're getting to know
Exactly.
different dialects, different accents.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even to understand what you're saying, they are also listening to you
So
deeply.
listening.
So the hustle is shared round.
No, but I really like appreciate like international students like that, because I think for us like we have it so easy, like we know how to speak English, like everything is good, but with you guys it's like fitting into uni, and then you also have this whole fitting into this new life, like it's so I
The
don't know.
jobs and other things.
Yeah.
like,
But I
it's
think
gonna
at master's level, they're more like international students than home students. I've seen. That's what I've
Yeah,
noticed.
for master's level, I
And
think
we
so.
don't
so.
particularly have to come across, and I'm not being harsh or rude or anywhere. I'm just saying to deal with more home students. We don't get to deal with you guys.
Yeah.
more. It's like more maybe undergrad students, if they're doing international studies, so maybe then they have to have more connection basically with you.
Is there anything that you think would have been useful to know before starting uni at Bradford?
Yes, if I start so, it's just knowing the canvas, the main thing, how to just go about it. Since I was chosen as a class representative, there were like thousands of questions on how to access Canvas, how to find materials, how to find Zoom links,
Yeah.
like where to find those PPTs, those PowerPoint presentations. There was a lot of there were like literally thousands of messages every day to just let us know how to use it. Even I was confused because it was my time where like you get a CR title, but that doesn't enable you right from the beginning to get to know all the
everything.
information. Of course, I'm learning as well. People didn't know that. Maybe they just didn't have it in their mind that this person is also new. This is also an international student. She might not even have an idea of herself as well. But they were like, no, just give us all that you know. That was kind of tough.
Like she said, I personally feel like the first week they should actually train people, show people, just the way they teach us how to do this referencing, this endnote thing. They should teach us how to access our canvas, how to get how to use the summon. They teach us that, but how to use the library, where to find specific databases. They should do more of it. Like the first week, they shouldn't wait till the fourth week. I think that's the career booster week. They shouldn't wait till then before showing people, because by then, if you've not started getting a hold of the module, you might have a difficulty getting a hold of it eventually. So I feel like they should do some sort of training the first or second week for people.
Then from my experience, it's I don't know if that information is openly available, but I didn't see it until I resumed, and it was like the grading system, the exam system, because I'm coming from a background of you are in school, you study, then you write an exam, but my course is based on essays, and a lot of people were really confused on how am I going to go about that. But it was easy for those that already made up their mind, because when you're coming in for an MSc program, you do know it's heavily based on research, so you've prepared your mind on that, so it was easy to adapt. But I don't think that information was really voluntarily dispersed to everybody. And then the plagiarism system turned it in. A lot of people had issues with it. They had issues with it, and the information was only given by a few lecturers, really, at the beginning of the semester, coming in, and you're just trying to balance out your emotions and settling in and everything. I think it was just one of my professors that actually dedicated a class to show us how to put your file on Turnitin and assess and know how to. And some of us did have issues with it when the grades did come out, because I don't know if it's right to say that here, but some lecturers did make mistakes with grading some students' results on that. Because when you put your file on Turnitin, it calculates your references as well and increases your plagiarism rate.
It does.
But you should exclude references and then see exactly what your plagiarism rate is and know exactly what to work on. And some lecturers made the mistake of penalizing students on the total sum.
I mean, on Turnitin, it does give you, like, when you pull up Turnitin and you click the amount of plagiarism you got, let's say it's 20%. And if you click where it says 20%, it says exactly where you plagiarized, where it's come up that it's seen somewhere else.
Yeah.
So from there, you can work on it.
Yeah. You should filter.
Yeah, and then what's it called? There is like a sort of filter thing where it says where all your references, the percentage of where amount is. Let's say you've referenced 5 things and you've got the references written on the bottom. That's no problem. But like you said, in my opinion, yes, they should take into account that you have reference stuff, so they shouldn't really penalize you on that.
Exactly. And that's one of the major issues international students face. I haven't had the opportunity to meet any home student, so I wouldn't be able to share their experiences, but I'm talking from an international student's point of view.
Yeah, and I feel like on the profile on the school website, there should also be more information about the module, like to let them know they won't be writing exams. It's just essays. Because in Nigeria we write exams. In Ghana they write exams. Like most African countries
so
write exams.
So like, how are you going to grade me on one essay? What about my attendance? Does it contribute to anything? Are there tests? Are there like formative essays prior
presentations
to that? Is there presentations and all? And some courses do have that, but it's not graded. But you must participate fully in it, but it doesn't contribute to your grade. And then you write just one essay, 2,500 words or 3,000 marks, and they say, oh, you failed or you've passed. So it's a bit of a challenge.
But some
undergrad we have, like, let's say we'll have certain modules. With them modules you'll either have coursework or an exam. But with sometimes you have both. Like with my biology module we had coursework and we had an exam. My chemistry module we had coursework and an exam. But with my law module we had just an exam.
Okay.
And then with that the grades just came out all together, and then they calculated the percentage for us. And I think it's 40% to pass. That's what it is. I think it's 40% to pass into to go into the next year. So that's the way undergrad's graded, but I'm not really sure.
Well, I know some master students write exams.
Yeah.
Yes, I've met some.
It's usually like, let's assume they have 4 modules they're taking. Maybe they are writing the exam in one. So it's like maybe they have 50% for exam and 50% for coursework as well.
Because I think on Canvas it does say the amount that it's graded. Let's say it gives you the whole of what. Let's say your assignment is 60% worth of the grade and your exam is 40% or whatever. Or sometimes it's equal amounts. Sometimes
50-50.
A big 50-50. A big difference like 70-30. It could be something like that. So, like I said, I'm not really sure with masters. With undergrad, that's really how it works.
Yeah, but on a different note, for PSID, that's my department. They've done a really, really good job. They're doing a really good job. They don't just teach. It's not just about teaching. They bring authorities in the course to speak with us for seminars. They organize webinars. to the point of bringing Mo Ibrahim to speak with us. Like, that's really inspirational. That makes you realize that it's not just about reading. You have to actually practice the crisis game, the excursions to Northern Ireland, like so many things. They have so many. It's really, really packed, and I find it very, very interesting, really. So you're not just coming just to read and pass. You're actually going to be doing things that involve practicing what you've learned, that involves real life experiences, that involves talking about crises that are going on in the world. And I think that's really the main, I mean, it's the main reason why you should want to do something in the line of politics. It's very relevant to what happens today.
But I think it's just for you guys because, you guys are related to peace studies and everything. We come under peace studies as well. But from my perspective, we don't have that kind of opportunity to engage with project, managers maybe, or project assistants may, if I say so, or some people from the industry to actually help the way you guys are being helped through webinars, through crisis games. So I've been a part of crisis game,
I know you.
and it has been kind of a learning experience for me in order for me to enable myself to have more public speaking skills, maybe have my thought process put into words. I got and gained that kind of experience, but the kind of experience I need for my degree is something else, and it's supposed to come from the industry I'm working for. So I think that kind of help would have been more appreciated by me and my other class fellows as well, because when we hear about things like Northern Ireland trip, maybe crisis game or webinars or sessions or workshops being held for you guys, we kind of feel excluded from that kind of attention that we are supposed to get, because we are spending the same kind of amount of money and effort that you guys are putting, but more attention is given to that part of degree and that part of department, but we are excluded from that part. And I think this should in future this should be more inclusive, and there should be more attention to us as well, because we need experience, but where are we supposed to get that experience, since we are not allowed to work more than 20 hours, and the kind of work we are supposed to do is mostly customer service, maybe retail assistant, maybe retail stores, a store assistant or something like that, but it doesn't contribute to what we are studying, and we kind of need that experience. And if you're not given that kind of a backbone and a support, where are we going to lean on? Who are we supposed to blame that on?
So I think that's one of the main challenges international students face, in the fact that they can only work a specific amount, like I said, 20 hours per week.
And they're secluded to a particular sector.
Sorry?
They are secluded to a particular sector.
Hospitality.
Hospitality,
it's
care.
really hard. Like you can't work more than 20 hours a week, so how are you going to get that experience in what you're studying?
Exactly. Plus, I would like to add one more thing is, we have career and employability services, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, there should be some kind of a fair system when international students are coming. They shouldn't have to like arrange meetings and kind of have sessions with the people of that particular department. Rather, they should be they should have this thing. When you're asked for your CV while joining the course, your CV should be checked right there and then, in order to,
because it's part of the requirements to apply
jobs for you guys. If you have 20 hours per week, that should be properly used and utilized, that kind of time. 20 hours is not less. I'm not saying it's less time. It is, sometimes it becomes even unimaginable for somebody who's working and doing the degree as full-time student. But to kind of have that same kind of experience related to your degree would be much more helpful, I think.
So what I would like to add is that I don't know how many of the courses available in Bradford has an IT placement. For my course, I would like to say clearly it's one of the things I'm not exactly happy about deciding to go with Bradford, because I had other admissions that offered me IT placements, but I had to just make my choice based on what was available to me. So if there are some courses, especially management courses like this, and the system of selecting the students, part of the requirements is you should have, I think, at least 2 years work experience. So you have to submit your CV and everything. So you do know that most of the students you are what's the word now, giving admission, especially as international students, have this work experience. They've worked with some international companies and multinational companies. An IT placement should be afforded to them so that they are able to easily ease into the work atmosphere when they're done with school. Because you end up spending a whole year with your 20 hours work doing irrelevant things you can't even add to your CV.
So leading on from challenges, have you guys experienced any stereotypes of racism while studying in the UK? In Bradford, so have you ever experienced like stereotypes, as in they say that people taking the mick out of you, making fun of you, or any racism?
No.
I wouldn't say while studying, because I've not experienced that within the Bradford University of Bradford community, but I've experienced it while working. Or while walking on the street. That's what I'm trying to say. I have experienced that, and my husband has actually experienced that as well. But what I mostly discovered is from children and
Immature people.
we just like, you're still kids. You don't know what you're doing. You don't understand what you're doing. I just look at them and laugh. I'm like, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then mostly at work, what I experience is not like direct, because definitely you're not working with children there. You're working with adults, and you definitely expect more from them. But what you realize is that they just automatically assume, because your accent is different from theirs and you are just coming into the system, they automatically just assume they know more than you and they can't do better than you. So it comes with the racism comes with the aura, with the the behavior pattern, the facial expression. You can already see all that, so it automatically makes you put your guard up. Like, don't disrespect me, or I'm going to disrespect you as well. So that's what I get mostly. But sometimes I've actually met really, really professional, intelligent, nice people, and I'm like, wow, I'm blessed I met you today. So that's it.
Have you experienced any racism?
No, none at all. Hopefully I won't be. Fingers crossed.
No, I've not experienced it. I've not had any encounter. I've heard people talk about it, like someone was looking at them, someone was speaking to them. But like, if I'm somewhere to work, I don't even care. I just want to make my money. So, I don't really care. So when people talk about it, I'm usually surprised. Like, really, I've not experienced it personally.
Sometimes I think we're just lucky we don't face it, but the people who are actually facing it, it's not just make money and go home.
Exactly.
It's like more of a toxic environment for them to work in, and it actually just affects their mental health as well as their physical health.
Yeah, it does.
And it just deteriorates with the time.
What I mean by I sometimes want to make money and go home is, maybe they have done things, maybe there was some sort of body language, but I just don't notice. Like, my friends talk about it, and I'm like, I didn't see her.
She's about 1 hour.
I'm like, I'm just here to give you my best, do my best, and go back home. And then be nice to you, be kind, because being kind doesn't cost me anything. So
exactly.
That's my mindset. I don't like to see the negativity. I just want to do it because I have no choice. I have to work to make money. So maybe they do it and I don't see them. Yeah. Because sometimes I'm somewhere with a friend and he says, oh, that person is profiling me, or that person is being racist. And I'm like, I didn't see it. Maybe
that's just ignorance. You don't know about it, so you can't just figure
I
it
do.
out.
I know about it. I know when someone is giving me attitude. I know when someone is stereotyping me, but I just don't pay attention to it because I feel like we're all humans. So why should you feel like you're better than me?
Yeah.
So, but some people, it affects their mental health, like you said, and I've seen someone stop working somewhere because of it. And cancelled and left the agency and said, because of this, I'm not going here. Because it does. It's not good for anyone to make you feel like you're way lesser than them or you're less human than them. So I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying that I try not to look out for it.
Right.
That's just
So do you guys have any more questions for us?
So why do home students study at the University of Bradford? Why not like try and go to
To
other
explore.
cities?
For me, it's literally so close. Like I live 2 minutes away from uni, so it's easy for me. I literally wake up. Let's say I'd wake up 10 minutes before a lecture starts. I'd wake up, get changed, get myself ready. I wake up, I shower, get changed, literally have a little something to eat, or don't eat anything. I'm just like.
Well, that's for the boys' part. We would like to know about the girls' part.
Yeah.
The
You
girls'
guys can
part,
get ready in 10 minutes. And,
me, in less than 10
correlate.
minutes, literally, I could
Yeah.
get out of bed 10 minutes before uni and walk out.
Because you guys
I'd
don't
be-
have the
I'd be-
expectations from parents, doing the, actually making the
chores.
breakfast.
No, that's me.
and listening to their worries and then going to somewhere.
No, I had my mum shouting at me saying, get out of bed, get out of bed. Mum, don't worry, I've got time. Then 10 minutes before the lecture starts,
But
get
it's not
up,
like,
get changed.
get out of the bed, and why aren't you out of your bed now?
No,
Look
but
at
literally,
the
I could
time.
have, my mum literally would come into my room,
Yeah.
say, "See, get up, get out of bed.
Yeah.
You've got uni, you need to go." I'll have my dad shouting at me and my mum, my brothers, and I said, "Please get up." And when I'm in bed, I just do not want to get up. It takes me, let's say I'd wake up an hour before the lecture starts, but I'll lay in bed for 50 minutes, just waking myself up, just relaxing, I'll be on my phone, going through whatever, reply to messages. That's what I do, literally, like, let's say for about 50 minutes, and then 10 minutes before the lecture starts, I need to get up. I get up, brush my teeth, shower, get changed, get into uni, and then I'd be in uni like a minute before the lecture starts, scan my card, sit down, that's it, I'm in the lecture. Because that's how close I live. Like.
And you go back home and parents say, wow, our son has done something brilliant. And we girls,
Yeah.
you went late to uni. Why did you go late to uni? Or
No,
what did you do
I
there?
get
Why
that.
are you late back home?
I get that,
Exactly.
like, I get that a lot. My mum, if I go late to uni, my mum and my dad, I get a full lecture before I go. Where it's sending you to you're going to uni, you need to do your exams, you've got your assignments, you've got your coursework, you've got everything to do. Why are you waking up late? Why are you going late? Why are you not paying attention? Like,
Sorry for
I could
picking
have-
up on you. I'm just teasing
no,
you.
I could have literally an hour lecture by my mum, but I'd just be sat there like, okay.
So what about you girls?
Personally, for me, I did apply to like other cities, but coming from an Asian background, it's not as easy. Like parents, especially like being a girl or like a woman, parents don't really agree like you traveling out of the city, especially like if it's an everyday thing. So that's one of the reasons. But there was others such as like traveling, how tiring it can get, and like costs as well.
Yeah. I think for me it was also because the course I want to do, like if they offer it here, why would I miss that chance to do it somewhere close to home? Like I don't live far from uni, it literally takes like 2 seconds to come, but if they're offering a good course, and also this uni is good, like it is really good, but like it's not the worst uni, so I'm gonna come here. Like I don't know, it's just easier, but also it's the same thing for me where like my mom doesn't want me to travel so far, and Asian girl problems,
Yeah.
Well, it's quite similar with African girl problem as well.
Yeah. Your
Because-
parents actually want you to
exactly.
stay in the same city with them
With them.
all your life, even when
Yeah.
you get married.
Yes, even when you get married.
Women are precious in every community and they need
Yeah.
to be protected and safeguarded, no matter what.
So let's say around women, let's say there's that protective bubble,
Yes.
Yeah.
and your parents don't want you to get out of that
Because we're
bubble.
very precious
Yeah.
for them.
100%, yeah.
it's a bit too overprotective though, because at the end of the day, like what if you miss an opportunity to go like a whole different city where you'd meet so many new people? Like that's what I get a bit about.
In my opinion, I think women should have the chance to go to a different city to study, because at the end of the day, they need to learn. Look, Bradford's not the only place you're gonna stay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like Bradford's not the only place in the world.
But you have
That's
us as an example. We are out of our country, not just
Exactly.
city, right?
Yeah.
So I
Exactly
think
like
their
that.
parents will, by the time they get some maturity and
Mm.
they grow up, maybe they'll let them.
Yeah.
But you're grown.
I know, we're literally 19.
like Bradford is not the only place in the world. Let's say your country's not the only place in the world. You gotta move out. And let's say in the future, let's say you get a good job, and there's no place in Bradford for it. Of course, you're gonna have to move to a
Yes.
different city. Let's say you get a
Eventually.
really good job, a once in a lifetime opportunity. Let's say you have to move to a different city, different country. Like your parents, at the end of the day, they have to support that.
Of course they will.
Because
Let that time come.
Exactly.
But that's
right now,
Yeah, because
19,
even for my
we're all three of us are
BSc,
19.
even for my BSc as well, I was schooling very close to home.
very close.
Yeah, so I think it's all about preparing you for the future, because you need that education, you need the monitoring. The truth is, at the end of the day, as a girl child, you do need that safeguarding environment, and it does help you prepare for when you are now out of that environment to be able to make the right decisions. So I do appreciate my parents being really protective. I do call them out when they are overprotective as well, because we do have that tussle every time and then.
I think every parent wants the best for their child.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
They want the best. They want them to be safe. They want to know they're doing okay. If they've eaten, that's what they're gonna ask. Have you eaten? Have you done this? Like, have
And
you
trust me,
prayed?
when you don't have that kind of question coming from your parents,
You do
Yeah,
miss
you
it.
miss out a
Something,
lot on
yeah.
that.
You do
let's
miss
say,
it.
Let's say with you guys, about your home, what do you miss the most about your home? Do you miss the home
Oh,
cooking?
I miss
I miss food.
Oh, the food.
I think mainly every guest is the
And
food.
Lagos nightlife.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
miss food.
She
I
miss the home
miss.
cooking.
I miss
Yeah.
the city, like
I
Lagos,
was
always
this
busy.
close. I was this close to going back home for Christmas, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back to Nigeria. I need to see my people. And my
I
dad
miss
was like,
home.
just calm down. So he did come to see me. Came down to Bradford last week. We spent some few days together. I'm like,
So did he come from
miss you.
Lagos or?
Yeah. Came all the way from Nigeria to see
Oh.
me and spend some days.
Like
with
my
me.
parents actually want to do that in December as well. They
Yes.
just want to see me. But like the street food in Nigeria, I miss that.
Oh my
The
god.
fact that you can actually see
Their
food
finger food
everywhere.
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 I
It
think
doesn't
that's
have
the
to be
same
a
with
store
Everywhere.
like Hallow or like Peppers. It could
Like-
just be in front of Bradford Gates.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Like you can easily get food for £1, 50 pence. You get something.
over here?
Like
it's
there's
really
food
expensive.
everywhere.
You have to walk all the way to the store.
Yeah, you have to
and then
order.
Like, oh, I
you
have to order. Please. We don't have that time.
Like with me, I haven't been back home to Pakistan in 18 years. It's
Wow.
been a very long time since
I can't
Whole
stay
life,
that long.
I'm going to go. Yeah, practically my whole life. And in October, inshallah, I'm going to Pakistan for my brother's wedding. That's where I'm gonna go. So that's gonna be like a whole different experience for me because I haven't been in such a long period of time. Like all my family over there, they know who I am, but I
But
do
you
not
don't know who
who
they
are. So whenever my mum lot they're on the phone to Pakistan, they be like, "See, come talk." I'm like, I would talk, but I don't know who they are. So let's say it could be someone really close. Let's say it could be my dad's sister, my mum's, whatever. Like my dad's sister. Yeah, literally, it could be anyone. I don't know who they are because it's been 18 years since I've been to Pakistan, and I don't know who anyone is. So it's just it's a challenge. So
And I miss
inshallah,
the
October, I'm
clothes
going.
as well.
Sorry,
Clothes.
The clothes.
the clothes.
Because
Yeah.
you know the weather condition is more. It's summer all year round.
Yeah, I heard.
So we wear a lot of tank tops, short dresses, short shorts,
Yeah.
like really thin clothing. Very nice. Could wear your heels, your
Over here
slippers.
it's too cold for
Oh
everything.
my God.
Well, I mean the weather's nice.
Yeah,
now.
it's
The
nice
weather's
now.
nice
I'm just beginning to, switch back to my Nigeria kind of African woman kind of vibe. But when I
you
came
can't
in
trust weather
September,
here.
when I came in September, I had to
So
wear like
unpredictable.
3
I
layers
think on
of
the
clothes.
weekend it's gonna rain.
Yeah,
said on the weekend it's gonna rain.
it can rain
Oh,
any
shock
fucking time. Yeah, sorry.
Do you guys feel like it changes your relationship with your family, like moving abroad? Like, do you guys appreciate them more when you're gone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, I did not expect how much I was going to miss home, because I was like, oh, I need to leave home. I need to leave home. And then after leaving, I'm like, oh, I want to go back home. Yeah, it did strengthen my relationship, especially with my sisters, and they call me every now and then, and my in-laws as well. My husband's family also call, like every now they're
Is
calling
your
you.
husband with you here?
Yes,
Is he
he is.
studying?
No, he studied before,
Oh,
and then we came back together.
okay. That's good.
For me, I miss my family, of course. Yes, it's like a whole new, kind of an experience for me to miss my family that much. Never knew I would miss them.
Yeah. Like, wait, let me think.
Especially my
Let-
sisters.
like, you guys won't expect to miss your family as much as you do when you're
Yeah.
actually here.
Yeah.
Let's say it's
Exactly.
been 9 months, close to a year, not seeing them. Let's say, yeah, you can see them on video call, but it's that physical touch that you
Exactly.
want
Yeah.
with your family, and you won't be able to get that until you actually go see them.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
So, just the last question. So, what advice would you give to people applying from abroad?
Well, I would say when you get the time to, place your, book your interview, the class interview, ask them as many questions as you can about Canvas, about university life, about bus routes, maybe train routes, some nice places to hang out with your friends, and about your teachers. Just have that kind of information beforehand, when you enter this course, because it's really helpful in that way.
Any advice you would give to people coming from any international students that are about to come? that are gonna
I
apply?
would say keep your head down, prepare for anything and everything, trust your instincts a lot, and just do the best you can.
Yeah, for me, I would say pick a course you're really interested in, because at some point it's gonna get difficult.
Yeah.
So if it's something you don't have interest in, you're going to burn out.
Yeah.
That's one. Then two, keep your mind very open. For you to be able to build relationships here, you have to have a very open mind, especially if you're coming from Africa. You have to be open minded, then be hardworking. And what I mean by that is don't have this mindset of this, I can't do this. You can do it. You can do anything,
Yeah.
really. That's just it,
So do
basically.
you guys have any questions for us before we end? I'll take that as a no. So thank you very much,
Yeah,
guys.
that's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank